Good evening and welcome to WANA Live, the reading series of the Writers Association of Northern Appalachia. I'm your host, Damian Dressick, and this is your other host,
Christina Fasonic. How are you tonight, Damian?
Well, Christina, it's a long day living in Reseda.
I think you've used that one before. You need to change it up.
I don't think I've used it on the show. I think I usually use it with like clerks.
Oh, okay. You know, the best line I've ever heard of that is I walked into a store here in Wheeling, and I said, "Hey, how's your day going?" And the clerk said, "I'm living somebody's dream." So I loved it. It was like the best thing anybody's ever said in response to that. So speaking of great things.
So we're kicking off something big tonight, aren't we, Christina?
Yes, we are. I am so excited about this. So everybody knows about March Madness football, but this month,
Basketball, Christina.
Basketball. I'm so traumatized by sports ball of all kinds that I get them confused. Everybody knows this though about basketball, the one with the ball that you bounce. But we are this whole entire month of March on WANA Live. We are celebrating the Madwomen in the Attic program out of Carlow University, and we are going
our own version of March Madness. March with the Mad Women. So, do we know much about the Mad Women?
No.
Or do we have somebody who's going to tell us about the Mad Women?
Yes, we do. And let me tell you about our guest tonight.
Who's going to tell us about the Mad Women, Christina?
Kayla Sargeson is the author of the full-length collection First Read by Main Street Rag 2016 and the chapbooks Head on a Shelf, which is forthcoming, Blaze, and Mini Love Gun, all from Main Street Rag. Her poems appear or are forthcoming in 5 a.m., Cimarron Review, and South Dakota Review. With Lisa Alexander, she co-curates the Laser Cat reading series, which I love because it has the word cat in it and laser. Sargeson lives in Pittsburgh, where she teaches at the University of Pittsburgh and Carlow University, and serves as the interim director of the Madwomen in the Attic writing workshop. So let's bring Kayla on the show.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. I'm so happy to be here. And you two were super cute in the beginning.
We're super cute, man. Has anybody ever said that about you?
A consummation devoutly to be wished.
Well, I don't say that to every man, Damian, so hold on to that.
That's good. So tell us more about the Madwomen in the Attic at Carlow University, a program I fell in love with last summer, and tell our audience though more about that.
So the Madwomen in the Attic is women / non-binary centered writing community housed at Carlow University. It was founded in 1979 by the late poet Patricia Dobler and the late nonfiction writer Ellie Weimard. And it started out, with a group of like 6 women just sitting around a table. And the program grew. There's been, I think, over 500 women, over 500 Mads, and that's truly an army. That's truly an army of women writers who come together every week and workshop their writing. We have 10 sections of poetry, fiction, and nonfiction, and we've even branched out to a national online program. So women who are not from the Pittsburgh area can log on through Zoom because, Zoom, we love to hate it, right? And can have a workshop experience. And I think it's a really sacred program because it allows women of all ages, races, our age range is like 18 and our oldest Mad is 88. and of all ages and life experiences, to come together and share their work. And I think that's precious. And I think that's something that's completely necessary. And the classes run during Carlow's academic year. So, the fall semester, the spring semester, and then there's a summer semester as well. I mean, because of the pandemic, everything's been online, and classes will continue online again in the fall because who knows what's going to happen. But the national online program is always online. And the teachers for that are Lolita Hernandez, Emily Moan Slate, Nancy Kurgowski, and Sarah Williams Devereaux has taught national online classes as well. So what else? What else you guys want to know? We have an anthology that comes out yearly. And pre-pandemic, we had really fun release parties. I miss them, and the raffle was always like super stressful but super fun. And there are mads, like everywhere in Pittsburgh, for Laser Cat. Sometimes I think I'm really clever and I'm like, oh, I'll feature Madwomen tonight. And then I'm like, oh, wait, like pretty much every woman writer, every woman and non-binary writer I know in the Pittsburgh area is a Madwoman. And I think that's really great. I think it's really great that we have such a strong visibility in the Pittsburgh community. And I'm sure you guys have heard that Pittsburgh is having its first literary festival this spring.
Yes.
And there's going to be a Madwoman tent. And that's super exciting. MC'd by, me, of course.
Who else?
Yeah, I have to get an outfit. But it's we're gonna have a whole tent, a whole lineup of Mads. So we're everywhere, and we're taking over the world.
Very cool. Actually, one of the very last events I saw before the pandemic was a Madwomen reading at the White Whale bookstore. They were wonderful poetry, amazing, creative nonfiction. It was great. One question I have for you, Kayla: if a woman is watching the show tonight and she's interested in getting involved with the Madwomen, how might she do that?
That's a good question. She could either contact me, sargesonkm@gmail.com, or email Sarah Williams Devereaux, SEWilliams412@carlow.edu. And she's reading next week, I believe.
Yes, she is.
So, yeah. So, she's the administrative assistant. She does wonderful work. She's probably the most organized person I've ever met. And she definitely could put somebody on the list to get notifications about workshops and events coming up. I'm really excited about our spring. We have 3 very big, well, I think they're very big events coming up. April 18th, we have a Writers on Writing featuring the poet Nicole Santalucia, who's very cool. And all of our events will be live streamed as well. So, if you're not in the Pittsburgh area, you can hop on the live stream and join us virtually. And she's going to be giving a craft talk and reading some poems, which is exciting. I really love her book, The Book of Dirt. And April 8th, we have the Pat Dobler reading, which is reading by the winner of the Pat Dobler Prize, which is a prize for women writers over 40 who don't have a book of poems. And the winner is Elizabeth Wilson, and the judge is one of my personal queens, Leanne Roripaugh. And that'll be, at Carlow. All these events will take place at Carlow University, but like I said, they will be live streamed. And the Dorothy Holly reading, Dorothy was one of our maddest mads. She published 4 books in her 80s, which
awesome.
It's yeah, Dorothy was a force. She really was. And this year, and so we have an event. We haven't for the past couple years. But we have an event every year that's not a pandemic to celebrate Dorothy's work, her life. And this year, the poet Judith Falmer will be reading. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is exciting. You, by the way, before you read, you haven't even read your own work yet, and you're getting all this love from people. Yeah.
Hi, bestie. That's great.
Comment mania over there.
Wow.
It is. Oh, and look, you're gonna love this one. Love your outfit.
Right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we got,
P. Hi, P. Oh, that's so good.
And Hope says one of the 500 Mads, which is always good.
Oh, Hope, I miss you. Oh, Lolita, hi. Oh, there's so many people. Oh,
look, you're the bomb.
And
you're killing it. So we're so glad.
Paige is my nail tech, so shout out to Paige for the nails.
Awesome.
Awesome. So, what other questions about the Mads do you guys have?
I don't know. I mean, I know that the only good thing that I can think of about COVID is that it allowed me to take a MAD course because I could take it online and become part of the community. And one of the women in my workshop was 80-some years old from British Columbia, and one of my favorite people on earth. So,
yeah, we do have Mads from Canada and some from Europe. So, we're international.
I love it. So that's it. We will pop off and let you do your reading. We can't hear from your work now. We can't wait to hear from it.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Everybody out there. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I know I'm not. I'm reading from my new chapbook of poems, Head on a Shelf. Shout out to Main Street Rag for making my weird dreams come true, and Todd Sanders for the cover. And I think I'll start with the title poem. Head on a Shelf. I'm on 3 days no sleep, and you just want to talk about your new album. Did you see it online? I'm putting it on vinyl too. Can't talk long. It's on my Bandcamp. I remember the nights I spent listening to your fucking Bandcamp. The same 3 albums over and over. Here's where that got me. Yeah, I told you about my album release party. It's okay. I still love you. I spent the morning wandering around a warehouse in Warrendale full of cast-off props from Netflix shows, vintage clock radios, pillows, TVs. Some woman pulled a mannequin head off a shelf, said, I've always wanted to put a mannequin head in a suitcase, just to say I have a head in a suitcase. You don't care about my morning, don't ask about my week. You're 40 years old, still living with your mother, never going to be famous. It's okay, I still love you. Your 4 words, 13 letters, sour the morning's avocado toast. And this poem I'm dedicating to Christina. We had a nice little girl chat before the reading. 2 white men on a bus. When my father died, I wanted the world to stop. I swear I saw one of the men kiss another man. But this morning he keeps saying, my wife, my wife. They both take up 2 seats. The big one's elbow digs into my side. There's no room for me in their world. And why should there be? My sister lives in California. Look, 100K just doesn't stretch there the way it does here. You hear about the shooting in Wilkinsburg, the black kids, and the barbecue. The big one is sweating. The not gay one clutches a briefcase. They could be any men. The friend who got angry after I wouldn't send him nudes. The colleague who asked if I got fucked on my birthday. I want an elbow out of my side to be able to breathe comfortably. I don't care what they think about pay equality when the not gay one won't look me in the eye at the bus stop. And this next poem I'm reading, I wasn't planning on reading it, but my buddy KJ requested it. And this is the awkward part where I'm looking for the poem in the book. Okay. This poem is called Candy Head. KJ, this one is for you, buddy. Pete has me lean so far back, it looks like we're Spider-Man kissing. My candy-colored head way off the chair. I won't let you fall. What you got going on here? Pete laughs, squeezes the small pink bun on top of my head. I'm fancy now, I tell him as Allie drives by, yelling, "Don't get that tattoo on your throat." Little cactus on my little throat, named Dean after the fake cactus Nate's mom sent me for Christmas last year. I thought the cactus was real, took it to work, to live with the other plants. Asked Dina how to care for a cactus. Sarah pointed it out. I see you brought a fake cactus in. I give Pete my throat. Our pink and dark hairs swirling together. And I think I have time for one more poem. Thank you, Christina and Damien, and thank you to everybody who logged on. This is my first reading from this new chapbook. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Star Babies for Brent. Do you remember that August we spent stoned on your uptown deck that looked right into the window of the guy who lived across the alley, who we'd watch shower at night, his muscled silhouette turning us both on? Look at my heart on, you said, or maybe didn't say, but we have the kind of relationship where I'd look. That month you made peanut butter and marshmallow sandwiches for lunch, and I canceled therapy appointment after therapy appointment, and we tried to cure our boredom with B-horror movies and trips to the Hollywood beach. I stole your white sunglasses and ran into the water. A guy with the biggest cock imprint I've ever seen yelled out to me, "Honey, you're a star." Thank you, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Those were wonderful poems, Kayla.
Thank you.
It feels like you live at the delicious intersection of connection and confrontation.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I live my life.
I know we shared an office once.
Yeah, yes, we did.
And I've got to admit, I love. I'm sure you're not looking for new book titles, but I thought The Cactus was real.
Well, the cactus, I'm very fancy tonight, is actually like tattooed on my throat and is in my office.
So The Cactus is real.
And I really in my heart thought it was real. And my dear friend Dina, is a plant freak, and I say that lovingly. And I was like, what do I do with this cactus? And she's like, well, does it look like it needs watered? And I was like, no. So she said, let it go. And it was like a year. I had it for like a year, and I was like, oh no.
I loved it so much.
Well, I'm gonna let Christina get in here, but I gotta before we go, I really want to hear about the Warrendale Props warehouse.
Oh my God. It's like, I can't believe I went. My friend Ashley We've actually been friends since high school, which is really bizarre because I went to Seneca Valley. But she was telling me about this. I mean, there's this place, like, I think you guys could probably go if you wanted to get up at 5 a.m. and go look at
Maybe stay up.
crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's this big warehouse, and like I got up at like 5 a.m, which I can't believe I did. And we just went to this warehouse, and there was like lines of people, and I was like, what is this hipster nonsense? But yeah, like they have all these props from old like Netflix shows like everywhere, and the conversation that's in the poem like happened in real life. You know, people just say strange things to me all the time. And I really hope this woman got her head and put it in a suitcase and is living her best life. I really hope. But it was just like, it was so bizarre. There were so many people. I mean, I wouldn't go back, but I'm glad. I got a poem out of it. I got a chapbook title out of it. And it's a totally unforgettable experience, but it's just so weird. It just looks like a storage unit where there's a bunch of Netflix crap in it.
I want to go. I want to see this just for the shock value of it.
I mean, it was just like, why would these people buy that? You know, but it was wild. I'm glad I went, but you know, I'm not so much a morning person. But yeah, you guys should go. You guys should get some weird stuff and then tell me about it.
We could use some props in the background for WANA.
Yeah.
My favorite line that you said, and it's a line that I think about almost every day of my life, was I want an elbow out of my side, because I feel like the world is always trying to make me smaller and smaller and smaller until I disappear. And that whole scene, everything, being on the bus and having to deal with this elbow in your side and this conversation, like, you know, disappear, girl, is the feeling that you get moving through the world. At least I get as a woman, and I got that sense from your work, and I love that you dedicated that poem to me. That was nice of you.
Well, I thought the last stanza especially, you know, was kind of like what we were talking about earlier about how some guys suck. You're all right, Damien. But I think there is this thing, you know, with like women, like we have to be smaller, we have to be quieter. And in general, like I'm pretty cranky, like a lot of the time. So it's just like, shut up, you know, like stop touching me, like give me my space.
Yes. Well, and we deserve to have our space. And I feel like we're not even, you know, given the space that we deserve by being in the world. It can be suffocating, and it can cause anger.
But I swear to you guys, on my life, I saw that one guy kiss another man. Swear to you, like swear, I saw it. It happened.
I believe it.
I'm super nosy too. I'm super nosy. So like that was the detail that made me the most mad. I was like, this guy's a liar.
The non-gay guy.
Yeah.
Right. So speaking of nosy, you're going to want to hear some of these comments over here. There's more than there were the last time. Nicole says that she's excited for your new chapbook.
Hi, Nicole.
And our friend
the other night, she's wild. She's got some bloody stuff.
Ooh, nice. And Donna, of course, says that she loves your reading. Donna, who is a friend of WANA. And we've got more comments here. Oh, Hope says the cactus is real.
Yeah, I told this story like to my students, and they were like, and like people I showed the cactus to, they were like, "Are you out of your mind? Like it's so visibly fake." And I was like,
"Well, she does follow up with, well, it's fake real, so."
Yeah, it's his name is Dean, and he's real to me.
That's right. Oh, that's great. That's a good line. And we've got it's Velveteen Rabbit time. We can only guess what that might mean. Fun fact, we once painted a cacti on her toes.
We did.
And there's just so many more awesome comments over here that you can get to on our Facebook scroll and on YouTube. And Dina ends this sort of comment area by saying that she can't wait to celebrate the release of this chapbook. Do you have a date, time, place for that?
Oh yeah, of course I do. April 1st, and that's not a joke. I will be there. I just bought the dress.
Yeah.
April 1st, 7 p.m. White Whale Bookstore in Bloomfield, and there will be a live stream for that too.
Fun.
And you'll be able to get copies from Main Street Rag's website, and White Whale will have some copies to pre-order, and I have a box in my living room. But I'm really bad at mailing things. A box of books.
Could you hold the book up so people get a sense of that cover?
That is so great.
Head on a shelf.
Fantastic. All right. Well, next we have another Madwoman, and for the rest of this month, thank you for kicking it off and for reading. I'm sorry, Damien, what were you saying?
No, I was going to remind our audience to help us celebrate March Madness by coming back every week to see these fine mad women writers.
Yes, it was wonderful talking with you, Kayla.
And as a somebody whose major figure was Jean Reese, I have to a special place in my heart for the mad women in the attic.
Yeah.
Well, we love you, Damien. You wild man. Honestly, thank you both for asking me to read, and please, everybody out there, come celebrate the Mads. Come join. There's never enough.
Yes, it's true, and I can't wait to take my next workshop with all of you. So
thanks for making time to visit with us tonight, Kayla.
Anytime.
Good night, everybody. See you next week.